And hey, this is Admiral Shan. Now, I haven't been on for a while. There's been no new content, but we do have some new content coming up in a couple of weeks. So I thought I'd just pop a new video up to say, hey, I'm still here. And we just do some dailies. Let's see what's going on. So this is just going to be a fun run around. It'll take as long as it takes, but just something, as I say, a little bit of content. So our dailies are earn 5,000 fleet credits. We've got that's the universal endeavor there. Personal endeavors, plasma damage in space, disruptor damage in space, and repair hull in space. Could probably knock all of them off in one mission. The first thing I'm going to do though is look into events and see what I need to do here. So the event at the moment is seasonal event First Contact Day. I've done 11 so far, there's 14 to do. Now, what I'll do, because it's more interesting than the other two, is One Night in Bosman, which is a Borg mission set around the time of one of the Next Generation movies. So, let's go in and help Captain Picard out.
Good, you made it. I wasn't looking forward to dealing with this by myself. Our holo emitters are doing their job, and the bombings should happen soon. Once that's finished, we can get started. I brought some remodulators. Once you've equipped one, we can drop the holo shield and get moving.
So we actually need to make sure we need a frequency remodulator, even if we don't need one because we have anti-Borg weapons probably by now. I have. However, you can't get out of this shield without wearing one. It won't let you.
Okay, the bombing should end quickly thanks to the Enterprise. We're gonna need to move fast once things stop exploding. Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator.
Alrighty, so we need to deactivate the shield. I know, right? Telling you what you can see in here.
We need to get to the complex quickly.
No, I've done this before as a mission, so I won't spend too long talking about it. I'll just get stuck into it.
So much for the bombing run. Enterprise must have finished off the Borg vessel. After all this time, you still haven't learned. Resistance is inevitable.
So how you handle the Borg really depends on how you set up. I just have one of my favourite weapons, which is ball lightning, which does what it says on the box. If you get yourself close enough to an enemy, hit the button, it sends out ball lightning and everybody dies. That works fine. I've got my anti-Borg weapon here.
Complex took some hits. Let's check for survivors.
So there's a whole bunch of Borg to kill there, and then we follow the waypoints.
I'm not picking up any Borg life signs in the complex. Picard and his people should be here now. Let's make sure before we move on.
I think Seven here is quite funny because she just seems totally disinterested in the whole thing.
Okay, my tricorder's picking up multiple subspace comm signals in the area. Some of them are Starfleet, but they're coming from inside the missile silo. Probably protecting Zefram Cochrane. The rest of the signals are coming from the southwest. Any guesses as to the source? Got it in one. Looks like they managed to send down a few landing parties before their ship blew up. Chances are they're here to make our lives difficult. I think it's time.
Oh, sorry about that.
Heads up, there are drones ahead.
Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
Remember the early days when you first started and you really hated coming up against a Borg because they just killed you every time? Well, isn't it great now? You've moved on, you've leveled up, you've got better equipment, and even your away team can hold their own.
There are lights over there. Looks like a camp of some kind. The Borg will be drawn to it like moths to a flame. We need to protect the locals.
It does allow you to.
Fire signs ahead. Some of them are Borg.
Sorry, Seven. It does allow you to enjoy the mission more
Get away from us!
when you're not under
Assimilated.
stress.
Back to serve the collective.
What the hell are those things? Robots? Zombies? Robot zombies?
I was afraid something like this would happen. Take
But
out those drones. Okay, we're gonna need to do a memory wipe on the locals. They can't remember the Borg.
oh, my bad.
Tricorder to emit a neurolytic pulse should work.
Disruptor damages on the ground, so I'm just going to swap out what I'm using for a disruptor. There we go. So I'll need my remodulator now, but I need to just 10,000 of that shouldn't really take long. It's already got some, so one of my crew must have a disruptor, but he's not hitting people really hard with it. When I say he, could be her. Alright, so I'm going to neuralize the memory so these guys forget we've been here. Otherwise Picard will be on our backs about spoiling the past, even though he's here.
Looks like the Borg have changed. Looks like the Borg have changed their tactics. They're avoiding Cochrane and the Enterprise crew and focusing on assimilating the locals. Makes sense. After they lost their ship, they lost their numerical advantage. No argument here. I ran a quick scan of these drones. There's several references in their onboard nav systems to a location north of here. Designation Resource Node 01. We should check this out. Whatever they're up to isn't a good thing. All right, this area is clear. Picking up Borg signals to the north, though. Apparently, Resource Node 01 is a garbage dump. Smells wonderful. There must be something of tactical value here. Let's make sure they don't find it.
7, give me a break here. Now you notice scattered around sometimes on the ground these little red gas canisters? They are so much fun to blow up.
Great. This place smells and it's swarming with drones. Take them down. See if we can figure out what they were looking for here. Power amplifiers.
Alright, so here we're searching for clues. It doesn't matter where you go, it does it in the same order. And you just need 3 things.
Copper tubing. And lithium batteries. Oh, hell. I think I know what they're doing here, and it's not good. Fair point. I think they're trying to build a transporter. They might have lost their ship, but there's a lot of Borg still in Enterprise. If they can beam those drones down here, the situation will go from bad to worse. Complex isn't far. Let's make sure it's secure, and then work on finding and dealing with this bootleg transporter. No sign of the Borg. Run a scan, make sure Picard's team is all accounted for. Picking up Starfleet comm badges inside the bar and... Hold on. More Starfleet comm badges inbound, but they're on Borg drones. Fair to say the Borg finished making their transporter. Those were assimilated Starfleet officers from Enterprise. Which sweep the perimeter and make sure there aren't any Borg going after Cochrane. Okay, the perimeter's clear. I'm thinking that transmission tower's our next stop.
Now I send my one little ship up here, it'll just fly into the Borg and blow them up basically. It's good value if you've got one. If you haven't, you should. Otherwise the crew will just mop these Borg up. As I say, they don't have any problem at this level killing Borgs. Come on, Seven, get up here.
And there it is, one bootleg Borg transporter. We need to take it out before this place is crawling with drones. There are 3 transporter pads. Each of them is powered by an array. I can send a feedback pulse from each array to the transporter pad it powers. It should be enough to overload and destroy the pad. Yeah, there's that. You're gonna need to keep them off me while I work, or this plan will go sideways real fast. After we're taking care of the transporter pads, we'll deal with any drones in the area. And if we're lucky, that'll take care of this temporal crisis once and for all. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, okay? Right now, we have a transporter to shut down. You ready to do this? Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter.
Alright, so we're just heading to the waypoints and basically we're going to stop Seven from getting killed. Not too hard. As this is part of the event campaign, it's actually easier than when you do it
They're using a simple modulating cipher.
as a mission.
Alright, this one's done. Let's go.
Second waypoint. Again, we got these gas tanks. Don't think I can get it from there. Brilliant. One over here.
They're onto us. Security protocols just spiked, and not in a good way. Two down. That last one's gonna be a real bitch.
We have analyzed your tactics. We have adapted. We are Gordon.
My crew just goes straight for them. It's awesome. Hello crew, welcome back.
They're using a fractal self-reference.
Did you really need to blow those tanks up? I think not. My crew getting a little bit carried away. Now in the mission,
Got it. The transporter's out of commission.
in the full mission, there's more to do after this, but in
I
the
think we're through the
event,
worst. I'm not picking
this
up
is
any
it.
Borg activity in the area. Nice work. Over as far as you're concerned. I'll deal with all this Borg tech lying around. It's a mess, but my nanites will make short work of it. As for you, feel...
That's me, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. So that was One Night in Bozeman, or at least the short version. So I've still got to do some disruptor damage because I couldn't hit the Borg as hard as I wanted to with it, so we'll do that shortly. We've also got some plasma damage to do and repair hull in space. So we may as well click on a random because whether it's a space mission or a ground mission, doesn't matter. We need to do both.
The Gateway network gives the Heralds tactical superiority. They can move their forces almost anywhere in the galaxy and attack while our ships are still 2 sectors away. We need to counter their technological advantage. To this end, we've constructed several research vessels incorporating captured Iconian technology. These ships can open gateways, and our intention is to open them right into the heart of the Iconian Gateway network.
Arrgh, he sounds like a pirate Klingon to me. So we're going to shoot up some heralds. Now we don't have time to read all that because they're shooting us, so it's kind of bad programming, I think, because it takes a while to read that, and all the time you're getting shot. And again, how you handle this just depends on how your ship's set up. Basically, I'm a battleship. I'm a tank, they would suggest in other games. Right, so it's quite evident that I have no plasma weapons loaded. So, as it's a TFO, it's not a hard one. I'll just get to one side, swap some weapons over. Sure my team can handle it for a couple of seconds. Here we go. I'm not even going to put high-powered weapons on. I think we are.
The heralds are destroyed. Get to our gateway and enter the sphere.
I'd like to, but all right. Okay, there's a gateway right there. That's handy, Harry. Now let's check these weapons out. Did I manage to get plasma weapons? I did. Alrighty, they're not high powered, but hey, that's okay.
Stop the herald forces before they reach the gateways. Gateway opening at 11 o'clock. Gateway opening at 5 o'clock. Gateway opening at 4 o'clock. Gateway opening at 5 o'clock.
Now, I've got a few consoles that help power up my beam weapons, so even though they're not epic, or not even close to epic, you still get a good DPI out of it, or good firepower.
Gateway opening at 9 o'clock.
I particularly want to take this one down, as I couldn't target it a second ago, so it has to go.
Gateway opening at 1 o'clock. Gateway opening at 8 o'clock.
Oh, shields are a bit low there, we can soon fix that.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Alright, that hull's taken a while to come back up. That's because I went toe to toe with one of them. Not always a good idea when you're not moving around. That's alright. We're going to do it again anyway.
Gateway opening at 11 o'clock. Gateway opening at 9 o'clock. Gateway opening at 5 o'clock.
Holy schmoly!
Gateway opening at 1 o'clock. We need to stop the Herald attack on Allied space. Get through that gateway.
Now you say that, then you hide the gateway, you naughty game. I can see where it is, but will it still be there when I get there? Yes, it will. Sometimes this gateway disappears, so you just have to guess or wait for the timer. I think we're good. Yikes, that doesn't look good. Ah, well. Now, I've done my plasma damage in space, but I'm not going to switch the weapons back. It's doing okay. I'm sure my teammates appreciate me being in the battle, not swapping weapons. I don't like my hull at 4% and the shields at about 5%. That doesn't look so good at all. We'll just tough it out, I think. Now, I could use my cloak to just hide out and get the shields up, but I'm not going to.
Out their command vessel.
We're already dead. Here's one.
Energy levels in the sphere are rising. Check it out. Sensor reading through that the ship is controlling the gateway. Destroy it. The ship is drawing power from the gateway. You need to shut the gate down, or we won't be able to destroy it.
Now, it says we need to shut the gates down, but we really don't. Just need to batter the hell out of this ship. As long as enough of us do it, it'll go down anyway. park myself here and just blast away at it. And there she goes.
Good work. The network is disabled. This will not cripple the Echoes, but it will make it easier for our ships to get into the fight.
Good, good. Alrighty, we'll come out of there. And we do another random because we need to get some hull repair in space. So it's something where we get attacked a lot is really good. And you've got to put yourself in harm's way, otherwise repairing hull doesn't really work for you. So what are we going to do? Just pick up some perk points. Spend them while we're waiting. Excuse me. Alrighty, we'll just do some picking up rewards and stuff while we're waiting to go into that mission. Alrighty, and we will make sure we pick up our dilithium. I like to empty the reward boxes as we go along. Oh, put my weapons back on.
The Tholians have captured a number of Romulan Republic ships.
Oh, I hate this mission with a vengeance. I hate it. I hate it.
The Tholians have captured a number of the stronger ships.
I hate it. Sorry, there's a lot of reading to be done there, or a lot of waiting for her to speak, but I want to get my weapons back on board. Basically, we have to go and rescue ships that have been tractor beamed.
Our time here is limited. Stay focused, plan your attacks, and save as many ships as possible.
To some rocks.
Every loss is critical for my people.
It's a mission that you can't get out of. It's got a certain amount of time it needs. You can't do it any quicker or any slower, and it's very repetitive. So I will just do that. Now, where should we go? Right, no one's over here. We're going to do this one on our own because it's fun and hard. Oh, the Farragut's going over there. Okay, we'll join them. So we're looking to actually get damaged as much as possible. So rather than just try and shoot and get the hell out of Dodge, I'm going to put myself in positions where we get fired on
Ship is under attack.
a lot.
The Tholians are using their energy webs to trap your ships. Target and fire at the nodes connecting the webs.
Now we have to get in here and disable the tractor
Once
beams.
inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you.
So that these ships can escape. 4 tractor beams, depending how many people are on your particular side of this rock.
More Tholian ships are on the way here.
Either get to do one of them or all four. Alrighty, that one's done. Let's find another one. Okay, what's over here? Probably nothing because there's no number above it. So we'll go to this other number 1. Now, the different numbers 1, 2, sometimes a 3, just is more of a difficulty level, to be honest. You need to reach a certain amount of points, but you get so long to do it, it's crazy. Hello down there, what's going on? Oh, missed out on that one. Let's go over this one. This one didn't have a number before. Again, this is one of those missions where if you've been doing the game a long time and built up a good ship, it's a lot easier than the first time you ever do it. So if you do have problems with missions, don't get frustrated. Eventually you'll just fly through them.
A Delon warbird is escaping.
Wait. Yeah, and number 3, head over there because hopefully we'll get hit by a lot more ships because we're really struggling to get this repair to hull number up because these ships are really quite low level. Well, the enemy ships. Did I miss something? Didn't I? In we go.
A Hapax warbird is escaping. A Hapax warbird is escaping. A Delon warbird is escaping.
Now, this is one of those times where it's unfortunate to end up with a lot of good players because they're too good at this. They're freeing lots of ships and killing lots of baddies. While I want to be shot at, but hey, it's all good. I put myself in the middle of here as well. Damn it. How long have we got to go? We've still got 5 minutes and 30 seconds of this to go. It's a 10-minute mission and it's pretty much just going round and round in a circle.
A Talis warbird
Shields and hull pretty much down to
Warbird
one
is
then.
escaping.
But still not enough to finish that repair hull off. But we're getting there slowly. Like, really slowly. We're about halfway. USS Body Massage, love it.
A Delon Warbird is escaping. A Talis Warbird is escaping. A Delon Warbird is escaping.
Oh, just 2 minutes now. Alright, let's get another one in.
A Hapax Warbird is escaping.
Oh, 5. There's a 5er. Get over there, boy. Everyone else is here as well. Not going to help me. It's a massacre.
A Falchion Dreadnought is escaping.
Alright, so Azure Nebula rescue done. Seconds to go.
I am quite impressed with your fleet.
Thank
The
you.
Tholi-
So now we're going to need to do another random. Let's see what we get. Now, to do Disruptor, I can just go on the ground anywhere. May as well go to Nakura and shoot some Tholians up, I suppose, while we're waiting for the random mission. If it doesn't come up, I'll just choose a patrol, knock it on the head. Ah, typical. Where are we going? Let's see if we get a ground one. No, we get some Borgs to shoot
The
at.
situation is grim. There's more. Scans indicate the Borg transform conduit is operational. If we don't destroy the conduit quickly, Borg reinforcements will overwhelm our forces here. Begin by destroying the nanite generators, then destroy the nanite transformers they maintain. Once those units are destroyed, the conduit will be vulnerable to attack. Destroy it!
Sounds good to me. So we're going to destroy some cubes, then the transformers, then the gateway.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them! The probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it! The probe is repairing a transformer. Destroy it! Quickly! The probe is repairing a transformer. Destroy it! Quickly! The Borg have repaired their transformer.
Actual technological and biological significance follow.
There she blows, Captain. If they manage to do the other side, they have. So we come in for the gateway. Now I like to just sit in the middle of it, shoot away. And now we just got to take this sphere out. Still not getting damaged enough to do this hull repair, but we're getting there. It's going up real quick now because the Borg cubes have hit us quite hard. Gonna have to do another one. So anyway, if you're watching, hi! Feel free to say hi. I may not see it because I'm concentrating, but I might. Straight away again. The Voron system. More Borg. Well, that should finish off this repair hull, and then they'll just go down onto Nakura, finish up the disruptor. I just like to go heads on into this one and shoot stuff, because why not? Ooh-wee! That hurt. Right. Go back there. Again, I'm going full bore in him. I'm trying deliberately to get hurt. Oh no, he's finished. There we go. The shield part is done. We can be a bit more tactical now. Or not.
This how it goes, weapons. You do your best to us to your own world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Now we've got to wait for the Borg carrier. And there she blows. That's the one ship we need. Hamburgers. Alrighty, so disrupt the damage on the ground. Let's go down to Nakura, shoot a few things up. Third try it up. Here we go. Now, really, this should only take seconds, really, maybe a minute or two. We got sitting targets. Well, not a very rich vein here, because it appears that a lot of other people are here doing this. So I try and get away from them and just found on my own little stash of Tholians, but they've been really cleared out. Aha. you see the counter go up real fast here, so we don't need to be here too long. And again, at this level, if we want, some of the missions is kill like 60 Tholians, and if you're lazy, you can camp, which is very naughty. But they don't really do you any damage, and I could just leave my tune here for half an hour and go and drink some beer, but usually I don't. Anyway, we only needed to finish off some disruptor damage, so we'll get the hell out of Dodge and let other people do their stuff, because they may have to be killing Tholians. And that's it for today. I've got to earn 5,000 fleet credits. That won't be very exciting, so I'll say Admiral Shan signing off. I'll be back maybe a bit later, or to do another video just while I wait for some new missions to come along. We'll be looking for episodes. You can see Terran Gambit long gone. And I can't wait to see what's come out next. So Shan signing out. Have a good day. Catch you on the flip flop.